Hello, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. New Resolve 2. This might come as a shocker to you. I haven't played this game in like 3 months. Since the last episode, whenever that came out. I mean, it doesn't really matter why. It's not that I was like too busy, it's just I didn't. Wasn't feeding for it. But also at the same time I didn't need, you know, considering how regular the upload schedule has been, I wasn't in a rush to play more. In fact, the last few times that I played, which was actually back in January, those haven't even been edited yet because I just have so much of a backlog. So the only reason why I'm even playing this today is because of this. I have a new mic. Me playing today is actually just an excuse to test out this new mic, given in part thanks to Christopher of Visnomatic. Thank you very much. He told me this mic is good, and I'm just gonna assume it is. The last mic I had it since I've had it for as long as I've known Chris, basically. I don't know how many years it's been a while. And he just figured I need a new mic, so here I am with a new mic. I don't know if it sounds different. I'm assuming it sounds better. I don't know. I'm hoping at least you can hear me. I did a quick test and it seemed like you could hear me, so I'm gonna hope that things are running smoothly. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've like recorded anything, much less like from the Switch, I think. Not that it really matters, like it's using the same program and everything. I still have been streaming sort of regularly if my internet cooperates, but that's neither here nor there. It's just, I'm going into this I decided this very last minute, so I haven't prepped anything really. I'm just glad my assets were still there from the last time I did this, but I don't remember where we last left off. Continue? We're doing an investigation? The Return of the Great Departed Soul. The last time I played this was in January. As of recording, it's April, so it's really gonna tell you. By the time this episode comes out, it's probably gonna be like 2020. The Great Departed Soul.
19世紀末、大帝都ロンドンで開催された万国博覧会を知らぬ者はないだろう。世界の文化、最新の科学技術がハイドパークの特設会場に集められた。
How this game even is. Wow.
来場者総数5000万人を超えた今世紀最後にして最大の祭典は全世界の
Whoa, there's people sitting on the roofs. How did they climb up there?
大成功の
all the way on the right. Damn. The fish.
しかし
I haven't been reading or listening.
あの大惨事の真相解明の裏側に我が友シャーロック・ホームズの活躍があったことを知る者は少ない。彼はあの大事故の裏に幾重にも隠された真実を暴き出したのである。
Out here solving stuff. It's the evil Tower.
ロンドン万国博覧会の
Or I guess they call it
あの水晶塔の
Crystal Tower is what they call it. Oh, it's not quite the Eiffel Tower. The bulbous thing. Isn't this is like I actually don't even know how far I've gone into the game or how much more of the game there is.
ロンドンには珍しい晴天のもと、驚異の科学実験が行われようとしています。
That man's got a fro.
蒸気機関と電気技術は世界を制する。
Sounds like a woman.
馬車は姿を消し、自動車が行き交う。海を渡る船は羽を持ち、大空を飛ぶ。
Now, if you see me moving, I just noticed that the audio level wasn't bouncing when I was whispering. I think this mic is not picking up like whispers or soft sounds, which is fine. You might just see me flap my lips around, you won't hear anything. Don't worry about it. I will try my best to just kind of speak out more.
本日は皆様にさらに遠い未来の実験をお目にかけましょう。超電気式瞬間移動技術、世界で ての実験であります。
Instantaneous is that a word? Kinesis? Kinesis probably. Machine. Does it do?
人体を巨大な電気エネルギーで瞬時に分解して別の場所へ転送。
Oh, like instant teleportation or
そ
something?
してその組成情報を計算して元の姿に合成する驚くべき技術。
Oh, he's gonna do it? Okay. Probably gonna be the one to die.
これより一瞬の後、この紳士は驚くべき空間を超える旅をする。
It's a cutscene and it's playing out, but I'm the one advancing it. Usually they would auto advance this, but
電気分解された紳士はあの水晶塔に転送されるのです。
so this is supposed to be a science experiment. Is he gonna play out like a magic trick and he's gonna end up there because of a stunt double, or he's just gonna die? Oh, he don't look happy. He's all like, "Ooh." Just witness a man. Oh, what? We didn't see how that ended. Okay, so here's okay. So, like I'd mentioned, I didn't plan for this to happen. Me picking up the game after months, so. Not that it ever really mattered, but just assume that the voice acting that I put into use here is gonna be shabby and rough. If I even remember their voices. Who's this? Okay. I said who is this, but I definitely remember who it is. I don't know how I would forget. Me. What part of my vocal cords does her voice? You know. This is not a game that you can just casually pick back up if you're gonna do a series like this. Okay. Bruno is hard to say. Bruno, are you listening? Are you listening? Whatever. Oh, sorry. What was that, Iris? I'll get along with it. What's the matter with you? You've been miles away all morning. Didn't you like what I cooked for breakfast? No, that's not it at all. What were we talking about again? So what part of the timeline is this? Like present time? The last case we did in this, I'm pretty sure we had gone to the past. To a point where Sato was still with us here in London. And we were dealing with the second case of Soseki Natsume. With the jester, the Sham-spear guy, right? I remember some bits. I'm actually surprised I remember some bits. But I remember some bits. Today's paper! It's full of news about the great exhibition again! Ah yes, great exhibition. I'd like to go sometime. You're really not your usual self today. You seem very down. Don't you agree, Hurley? Uh-oh. Oh, he's also down. What was his voice? Oh, shit. Did you say something? What? Oh my god, what was I about to do today? What was his voice? Tally ho. No, that wasn't that. This is a really bad... This Sherlock right now is a bad place for me to try to back up his voice, because it's not his usual... Did you say something, Iris? Whatever. I always fret about the voices, but it doesn't matter. Oh gosh! You're even more down! Is he down? What's happening? What? When did you arrive, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I forgot he's gonna fight us. I've been here for about a half an hour already. We had breakfast together. What? Why didn't you mention it before? I thought you might have known I was here. You know, Because breakfast? Iris is quite right. You're clearly lacking in vim. So much so that I didn't notice your presence. Imagine eating breakfast with someone and not realizing there was someone with you. Thanks. Of course, I could deduce the reason perfectly well with some simple observations. What? Let's see. Yes, for example, your tousled hair this morning, with all of its unruly spikes. Clearly, it can be deduced, therefore, that... let me stop you there, Mr. Sholmes, because I think I can see where this is going. My hair always looks like this. Always has. Ever since we first met, in fact. Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut as such, I suppose. Ah! Ha! 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 Right. I was never able to do his laugh. I can't laugh. Thanks again. Crossed my mind recently that it's been 6 months now. 6 months? Since I last played this game, how did you know? Since I was forbidden from working in court. What? So I've been wondering how much longer I'm going to be banned. Why aren't you able to work in court? What happened? What did you do?
Oh, well, that would explain why you seem rather glum. Don't you agree, Hurley?
Why did he get banned? What'd he do? Forgot he was sad. Did you say something, Iris? Back to moping. What's happening? I also was so thrown off by how the save file said investigation part 1, but it's actually just the beginning of the new chapter. Investigation. Kind of like a prologue, is it? What's the matter with Mr. Sholmes today? Seems even more down in the dumps than me.
I know, and the great exhibition has opened. You'd think he'd be excited. Oh, why don't we all go see it together?
I want to! Of course I do! But I can't! Not for the time being. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective after all. You're embroiled in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from. That's it. Well, work on the case then. Get your shit together.
I don't remember hearing that you're working on a case, Hurley.
I suppose I should try to find out what's going on. It's gonna be so sad that there's gonna come to a point where I beat this game and then I won't have even a game to procrastinate forward to. 6 months ago? What happened 6 months ago? And I don't even know what 6 months ago happened. I don't even know what 6 months ago was in this timeline. Half a year ago now. I took on the defense of a young girl in a trial heard at the Old Bailey. This Gina? What at first seemed like a simple case of murder that took place in London pawnbrokery turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot that involved the British government. Oh, is it because he had them play that little disc? The music disc or whatever it was that had like government secrets or whatever? Did you get in trouble for that? During the course of the trial, it was found that I made an unavoidable, yet at the same time, unforgivable mistake. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Words fail me. This situation is utterly deplorable. I can't believe you went naked in court. What? Mr. Naruhodo. Oh right, we gave him the DLC outfit. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord. For what? It's either that or it's because he had acquitted a guilty man. Are they gonna tell us what he did? In the end, I had my right to represent people in court revoked. I was told I had to spend my time in research and study, so that's what I've been doing. Are you making money from that?
You have, haven't you, Runo? Reading all those big fat tomes about British law up in your room, and the notes about Sholmes' old cases.
Brewing Iris a special blend of tea, fetching my daily bread for me. You will become something of a manservant around here. Start on the silverware next, Master Naruhodo. Well, I'm thinking of going to ask the powers that be to reconsider. Specifically Lord Strongheart at the British Supreme Court on Whitehall. Strongheart, right, the man with the clock.
Lord Strongheart?
Ah, the delightful Lord Chief Justice. Not my favorite fellow. Not mine either, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant permission for me to start working in the courts again. I came to Britain to become the best lawyer I could. Can't do that just sitting around here. So they're not gonna tell us why he was suspended, and they didn't give him like a time frame of how long he's gonna be suspended for. It's been 6 months. I can't stop staring at his goggles and how immaculate the details are. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see how fucking crisp those goggles are? I can't stop staring at it. I'm so distracted. The whole of London has been swept up in this great exhibition, hasn't it? The most advanced science, the most modern technology, finest works of art and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things, and the world will be watching. That's a new face, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a new face.
Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down on London from one of those lovely balloons.
Look down on... in those things. Fly?
Yes, of course. They fly high in the sky and don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air.
But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense. I can't understand it at all. Isn't that the same concept as like a paper lantern? Ain't y'all got the paper lanterns that flow up into the sky? Japan have that? I know it's a oh, I don't know.
That's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' time, all these things will just be common knowledge.
I suppose they might be.
Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong on the open Something went wrong on the open experimentation stage of yesterday, apparently. There was a huge explosion. Still, I wish I'd seen it though. I'd love to see how bad some of these scam experiments really are.
That's the innocent 10-year-old girl. Yeah, but she's a genius. Stay here. Every page of this paper carries some article or others about the Great Exhibition. But the brighter things shine, the darker the shadows that are cast behind them. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness, to the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere. Okay. I have to give newspaper containing various articles about the world-leading science and technology on show at the Great Exhibition being held in London. Shadows cast behind. Not a metaphorical way of referring to the back page of the paper. Let's fucking find out. Your gloomy mood. Are you investigating a particularly tricky case at the moment, Mr. Sholmes? You could say that, I suppose. Nothing more to add? It's not like you. What sort of case is it? Shush! Quiet, Mr. Naruhodo. Must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening.
You're acting very strangely, Hurley.
Oh, what do you mean, Iris?
Well, usually, the more mysterious and complicated a case is, the better Hurley's mood.
Ah.
Is it really the case that's bothering you?
Iris, please! You mustn't exercise your astute powers of observation and deduction on me without invitation. Remember what I've always said. Put yourself in the shoes of the individual about whom you're making deductions. You say that, do you? You, Mr. Sholmes. Never mind. Once I've had a cup of tea, I must make my way at once to the crime scene. Oh? That was a deep sigh. Eco crime scene. What's up with... Has anything changed in the room? What? Anything noticeable? Noticeable? His violin is here. Ah, yes. Mr. Sholmes' faithful musical companion. Wasn't his violin made by somebody famous?
Yes, it's a Stradivarius. I'm afraid you'd have to save up for 100 years before you could afford one, Runo.
If I were to save up for 100 years, I wouldn't choose to buy a violin, personally.
would you buy then?
It'd be impressive if you lived up to 100 years, but I really have no idea. I think I'll have to do it so I can find out. Wow, good luck. Also, there's bullet holes up here that says VR. What does that stand for? Virtual reality? Anything worth checking out? Nothing stands out. I think everything is the same, right? Considering the fact that I haven't been here in months, I'd be surprised if... I'm pretty surprised that I remember. Ah, yes. This is where you note down ideas. Isn't it, Iris? What's in the melting pot today? Blue carbuncle. Haven't I... This sounds familiar.
Yes, it's from a case of theft that Hurley solved ages ago. The theft of a precious stone. A carbuncle is another name for a garnet, you see? Especially if it's cut with a rounded top.
Oh, really? And this garnet was blue, was it? Usually red or something, I think?
Well, that's the thing. They're usually red.
Okay, yeah, we've heard this before.
No blue potato blue.
Okay, we don't need to hear it. Sorry.
Who knows what the gemstone actually was? Why can't I skip this? That's the real mystery of the case. A proper Herlock Sholmes could not...
Okay. So... Oh. How do I do anything? Court record. Here we are. We have to read this. You zoom in? I guess not. Eyes of the world are on the crystal tower. 10 pages for 1 penny. Wow, that's a cheap newspaper. Remember when things were that cheap? 1 whole penny. First test of matter transport device. Back page has the Reaper attacked. What's happening here? Lord Van Zeeks and compatriot cornered. There's a lost cat! We gotta find the cat! So many glowing reports about the great exhibition. Everything that's going on there. Other than this rather gloomy looking one, that is. Wait, what?
What's the matter, Runo?
The Reaper attacked. That's Lord Van Zeeks. This must be what Mr. Sholmes was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder? Ooh, we gotta talk to him about it. What is he holding? I thought he was holding like a gun. I didn't see what he was holding. I don't know who the other man is. Let's talk. The Reaper attacked. It says in the paper that Lord Van Zeeks was attacked. That's terrible. Oh, is that what it said? I thought it was saying that he was attacking somebody. Completely. I wasn't paying attention. You know the legend of the Reaper of the Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact. Yes. Prosecutor Barak von Zeeks. Right, vampire. They say that if the Reaper isn't a prosecutor in a case, there's no salvation for whoever's in the dock. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, the person's time left on this earth will be short. London's what? I'm like distracted right now. Okay. London's finest rogues always find ways around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious tactics as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. Makes him sound like he's a good guy. As you've experienced yourself, haven't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work. Many of these criminal rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. If a leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper, retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital has a never-ending supply of such scoundrels. So, do you mean Lord Van Zeeks has been attacked like this before? This isn't the first time? He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although, it seems that his assailants were armed with guns this time. Oh my god, he was shot? Oh my goodness. Is he alright then? Is Lord Van Zeeks hurt? My dear fellow, how on earth would I know? Thanks. God dang it.
Well, in the article here it says, As to what of Lord Van Zeeks and his condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow's morning edition.
Don't fucking... God dang it. Ah, I see. Well, we shall have to be patient then. Can we go see him? No. I can't wait until tomorrow. In that case, you shall have to inquire with somebody in the know. But who? Luigi! Lord Strongheart. Perhaps? Oh, I guess that would make more sense. We did bring him up. We didn't bring up Luigi earlier. Oh, he's changed. Well, I must be leaving now. Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes. Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow. What? You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you would be wasting your time. The thought hadn't crossed my mind, but now I'm wondering where you're going. Ah! Ha! Well then, see you later indeed. Do you want us to follow him? Because I'll do it, but not right now. Listen to him. He's still laughing on his way out the door. This is our first time seeing her in an outing uniform. Outing outfit, I guess. Why? She just looks like Mickey Mouse.
Alright then, Runo. Let's get going.
I don't even need the hat. Oh, Iris. What are you wearing?
I've got to change to go to the great exhibition. You're going to take me.
Oh, we're going there. Oh, okay. What? But I was about to go to the Supreme Court.
Oh, well that sounds fun too. You're going to take me there then.
Oh, okay. I guess if you say so. Alright, fine. Just lower that weapon, would you?
Of course. And after the Supreme Court, then we'll go to see the great exhibition.
Gotcha. Got a few places to go to then. Okay. Oh, they updated her icon. That's cute. It just seems impractical to have a hat that fits your hair whirlies. Actually, they're not whirlies. I don't even... Now that I can't see them, I actually literally don't remember what her hair looks like. They're there. I mean, I'll see it eventually. Oh, his room! Legal consultancy. My lodging office located in the attic above the suite of rooms rented by Mr. Sholmes. I call it a consultancy, but the clients aren't exactly beating down the door. Well, it's an attic to someone else's house. How do people even get up there? I guess... Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that this is their, like, work office. Or, not work office. I mean, like, office home or whatever, right? The office of Lord Chief Justice Strongheart in Britain's great capital city, London. Its grand stone architecture and the echoey tick of the vast cogwheels lend it in the air of Thortar. Okay. Why are there even birds inside? Surely I've questioned that at some point. Have we been here since we played the second game? It looks so much brighter? Maybe not brighter. Actually, I think my screen is on a setting. So it's been about 6 months now since I was last here. But some things never change. Like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. Iris! Get off the floor! Why are you laying down? At least sit! Kids. Doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though. She's happily reading over there. Also, just love the added animations that they put into characters. Like, just the little things that they do. I love this game series so much. I love The Greatest Attorney. Oh,
Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here.
Of course. I was forgetting that you've been here before. The time we came here 6 months ago.
Shushacho!
When Susato-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan. In 6 months. I guess that makes sense, yeah. I don't think I really gave him a strong voice because I can't do voices. I've learned. I learn every time I do this. I can't do voice. Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me. Hello. Oh, Lord Strongheart. I trust you've been keeping well. His arm puff part looks like Charlie Brown's t-shirt. I don't know why that came to mind. Let's see. Since you've arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. Kept you waiting a while. My apologies. No, not at all. I like nothing more than standing around, staring into space. Good to know. To know that doesn't appear to bother him at all. Well, I mean, you're not of significance. Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. Who's your wife, female? He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student. You need only savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status. As you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty crime. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open an International Forensic Science Symposium. What? Oh, I've not heard about that. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Oh? Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. You say so. As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do. And it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. Well, yeah, what did you expect though, Ryunosuke? What did you expect? You think you're like... So, wish to consult with me. The fact that you even got time with him, you should be great, like lucky. Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind as it happens. What?
You don't know? Just take a deep breath and come out with it.
Lila? With it? Okay. How can you talk? Permission to work. I actually came here today to ask for your permission. Go on. What was his voice? I already forgot it. How did I forget that? 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened. But the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of the foreign justice system. And I desperately want to have another go. Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again. Flub my sentence, but whatever. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Here it comes. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. But he's like dead, so shouldn't it like this? Well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on the study tour, not me. Should have been Kazuma. Oh shit, I just remembered. That reporter guy. Apparently news about Kazuma dying wasn't sent back to Japan. The people in Japan don't know that he's dead, except for the reporter, I guess. And the few people that were involved. But he was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling. Oh, dude. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, that ballerina bitch... Ballerina? Ice skater? What was she? What was her name? I don't remember. I just remember she was blonde. I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asogi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill his calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it ever occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Are you questioning his character? First of all, how dare you? He's dead. Sorry? The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. You gonna tell me or not? People never tell me anything. Never mind. I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. Damn, you have a lot of time on your hands. Clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. I'm a good boy, sir. Do you mean? Yay! As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. So if I hadn't stopped by to say, hey yo, what's the update on my status, bro? You would have just let me not do anything? Shit, I shouldn't have come here then.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's wonderful news, Runa.
In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope. What am I gonna do, say no? I just asked if I could be a lawyer again. I'm supposed to be like, oh, I want to be a lawyer so badly. I don't want to be a lawyer for this case. Of course. Please, tell me more. Sun's coming out. Is that gonna be bright on me? Curious affair. Did I not? Oh no, he's a curious affair. Okay, I was like, didn't I already click on something? You described it as a curious affair. Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday?
Oh, no. Yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see. How was it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. I think. What? How did I pronounce that word before that I was happy with?
Kinesis. Kinesis is what I was thinking of. Okay. Instantaneous kinesis, as in moving things with the click of the fingers.
That's right. It's just what my elbow blend needs. A dash of devil may care.
I think you mean devil may cry. I never played that game. Whatever this serious accident was exactly, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. Odiasman, an investor and a well-known figure in society. An investor decided to use himself as a guinea pig for that? I guess if you're investing in something, you would have to believe in it, right? People with money, man. A large explosion.
A man died?
The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrain. He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow on the charge of murder.
What? Murder?
You intend to take on his defense. You should hurry to meet with him at prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. Great exhibition. Scientific experiment gone wrong. And murder? I feel out of my depth before I even started. Still. Oh, you've taken on plenty of cases where you didn't have a day to investigate anything. You'll be fine.
We should go to the prison straight away then, and try to meet with this German professor. Don't you think?
Definitely. Ah yes, one more thing about the case.
Yes?
There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Oh? He also said oh. With Lord Fenzies.
Oh.
All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. International Forensic Science Symposium. It does seem as though criminal investigations needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly! What? London, global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it? Exactly! Future of policing! Oh, well don't think of it like that. We knew that he had to be a villain in some capacity. He wants to use science for evil. I mean, for policing. Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Exactly! It's extremely alarming! Stop exactly. You're scaring Iris every single time. If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. And I could cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. Of what? There's no case in front of you. Arguments of what? Sorry? By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail everyone now. What? What?
Oh, how fascinating.
Wait, what? It all began 15 years ago. I was. Am I fucking blacking out? Am I fainting? I apparently just blacked out. Or whited out? You don't have time to be standing here for this? Don't you have things to do? Don't I have things to do? And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter. As simplest of terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission. That's actually a really good mission. Are you a bad guy? His cane is a doorknob. Has a doorknob as a handle. Oh, yes, right. That's wonderful. Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Man, Iris has no manners. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She got her nose in another book now. What?
Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful?
I could have. I wouldn't have minded listening to what he had to say, but I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. Wasn't there something that... Is there anything else you would want to say to me? Are we done? Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this? The reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition? Of course. No, not that. The story on the back page. What story? Oh, he's holding a sword. He's holding the sword, like, this way. I get it. It's like I thought he was holding a gun. The Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not?
Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he?
No, I think that would be bigger news if that were the case. There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zieks would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know. Very well. If it interests you. Wow, he's so patient with us. It does, strangely. Yeah, we became kind of friends at the end of the first game. We shared a... No, we did not share a drink together. I thought we shared a drink together. We talked. We had a nice talk. A little bit, didn't we? I feel like I have a vague memory of that. But I thought I vaguely remembered that we drank together. Apparently that wasn't the case, I don't think. Fortunately, Lord Van Zieks emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter. Also a very large man. But that's incredible. They were armed with guns. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know? It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A lender of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van Zieks. But the man was acquitted. I have no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. Large sum of money? Deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday. Yeah, his cane is just like a doorknob. Like one of those doorknobs that you just like open like that. Is that your choice? You're weird. I feel like you would have had a fancier looking. But you're not suggesting that that was the work of the Reaper, surely. The victim's henchmen certainly seem to think so. He was a man by the name of Asman. Mr. Odie Asman. Oh, the investor! Oh, wait a minute. How is it the fault of Van Zieks? Did you say Asman?
The man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition.
What was the timing of all this? So he blew up yesterday, and then Zieks got stabbed yesterday, the same day? My god. Yes, though known publicly as an investor, but in reality, head of a significant criminal organization. Unbelievable. I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Strongheart? Try me. Why do you use Lord Van Zieks as a prosecutor? If he has the credentials for it, why wouldn't you? All the criminals who manage to get off in court then meet with the mysterious ends outside the courtroom. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zieks first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is the Reaper in that sense, but still. Something's clearly going on here. I have Van Zieks work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. 1, because he's a fucking prosecutor, and 2, that's his job. What's like, like that's such a weird question. Why do you have a man who's a prosecutor work for you as a prosecutor? Firstly, man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. Secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him. But that doesn't make any sense. How can you explain the way so many have died if not by someone's hand? Van Zieks may have earned himself the moniker. I was about to say monkey. Earned himself the monkey of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. I don't think he's involved in any of it. I think he's a nice man. I don't like Edgeworth in that sense. Comes off evil, but nice man. He probably would also like the Blue Badger. Not the Blue Badger. Steel Samurai. Edgeworth likes Steel Samurai. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget. 11 hours late?! 11 hours late? That's quite something. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. The lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. Sure, it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. You've kept me here for 11 hours? No, that can't be right. Yes, where would I find Lord Van Zieks now? I would assume he's at his office. Ooh, we get to see his office! Right, I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands. I don't like this pose. It comes off as being superior, but I guess he is a superior guy. Of course, yes. Thank you very much, my lord. Ryunosuke's voice has just basically turned into me. Go to prison.